Yo, what's cracking, guys? Straight into the next video, which is this video, which if you've watched my previous video, you'll know what this video is about. I said video a lot then. So, in my last reaction, I've just done the Star Wars short movie, the Order 66. And, funnily enough, I've just been coming to check out this one. It's the title, Star Wars Squadrons Official Reveal Trailer. So it's a game, what does it say here? I think it's first person. Let me just give this a quick read. So, it says, buckle up. Take full control of starfighters such as the X-Wing and TIE fighters, and feel the adrenaline of strategic first-person 5v5 multiplayer dogfights alongside your squadron. Interesting. Right, I want to check this out. See what it's on first. I don't know if... I'm hoping it's console because I'm not a PC gamer. But I've been thinking about it. Yeah, let's just see what the PS5 and Xbox Series X says. Right, guys, let's do it. And play.
Giving engines full power!
Think you can escape?
This is gonna be close!
Ah, that was cool. Is that the Battle of Endor?
Pilots, you are the Empire's strength. We do not accept defeat.
Remember why we fly. For hope. For the new republic.
Vengeance will be ours.
Soundtrack from the Empire. I don't know if that was Wedge or not.
Seize that moment.
Wedge?
When the perfect shot makes history.
5 pilots.
1 squadron.
The galaxy's finest.
Doesn't say what platform it's on. Oh, it supports VR though. That's got to be out for the VR market. Has to be. Oh, it looked cool. I didn't see much gameplay. I don't know what was gameplay and what was trailer. Oh. I'm a sucker for a Star Wars fighter game. By fighter, I mean like the ships. So when I was younger... Hang on. When I was younger, I had like, I think N64 was the first big console, like the 3D-ish one that I had. Before that, I was like a Sega man. And on the Nintendo, there was a game called Rogue Squadron, and it was just like this, but it was levels. So like you were the rebellion, and you were going on all these missions, and they were like from the original trilogy. And then the GameCube had... it's one of the best games I've ever played to date. I just fucking loved it. It was Star Wars Rogue Squadron Rogue Leader. So it was the sequel to it. You could basically be any ship you could ever think of. It was just insane. And they had the Battle of Endor on there. And if you guys... if you can get the emulator for it, or if you can get it somehow... Definitely check it out. Like that Battle of Endor battle and the Death Star run. It's like when you you're Lando and you're going into the core in the Battle of Endor. Oh, it's so good. The third one, they tried to incorporate like getting onto the ground and shooting and all that, and it was alright. You could do everything you could in the second one, but the Rogue Leader was hard to beat. Battlefront air battles, they were alright, but I found the mechanics, like, it was just awkward, especially coming from, like, for example, here's a good one. So Rogue Leader and stuff, the Nintendo games was reversed axes, so you'd pull down on the analog and your ship would go up, just like you would do in a plane, you know? So you got used to that sort of mechanic. And then in Battlefront, everything was reversed. So up was up, down was down. And yeah, it just made it... And it seemed really slow. It seemed really slow at times. I wasn't a big fan of that. Battlefront was... the first Battlefront was mint. Loved it. This one, it's all about the gameplay. It's all about gameplay, because since like the GameCube came out, 60 frames a second, however many pixels and all the rest of it, graphics, it still holds up, because you're dealing with like polygons, ain't you? So it's not as... You don't need that big of an engine really to run a game like this. It just needs to be on point. So as long as for me, as long as the ships are there, X-Wings were always my go-to. Loved an A-Wing, loved a Y-Wing bomber missions. What else did I like? The Y-Wing. Oh, the B-Wing. Loved the B-Wing. And what did I like for the Imperial ships? The Interceptor, standard, just because of the speed of it. TIE Fighter was alright. I don't know, it would be so cool if you'd be able to be a Star Destroyer in this one. And I didn't see the Falcon, which is weird, because if this is just after Return of the Jedi, what I think it is, then the Falcon was definitely there, because Lando had it. Or for a brief period, but it would have gone back to Han and whatever. I don't know if there'll be any good Easter eggs. I hope there's some Easter eggs. I really do. I really do. There's that one bit, that one timeline between... If you haven't read the books and the comics, and if you're just like a casual Star Wars fan, where you'd love Star Wars, but you're not into the books and all the rest of it, then there's a big part of time there's a big timeline between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens, where it was kind of left bare. No one really knew what was going on. I know what was going on because I've read the books and stuff, but it would be nice to have some visuals to that and some Easter eggs. Battlefront 2 did a good version of it, where they did like with Luke's missions, when you bumped into Luke, and then he found all the Sith artifacts. That was pretty cool. But then that really wasn't... To me, it was kind of shoehorned into the Rise of Skywalker more as... whereas I think it should have been included into that whole trilogy more. But the trilogy being the trilogy... Yeah, that's a different conversation. We all know that this trilogy wasn't good. Force Awakens I loved. I'm not even going to mention that disaster of a film that Rian Johnson did, because I can't stand it. The way they portrayed Luke Skywalker in that film and having Princess Leia fly through space was just, oh my god. And don't get me started on the casino storyline. Why was it there? Genuinely, why was it there? Yeah, and then Rise of Skywalker. Hey, so I heard, that Rise of Skywalker, when JJ pitched it, he actually pitched for it to be split into another 3 films because of, let's get it right, with what Rian Johnson did to his trilogy. I mean, JJ's partly to blame because he had a treatment, but that treatment then wasn't followed through, or told to be followed through by Kathleen Kennedy or anyone in Lucasfilm, or Disney for that matter. So, partly to blame, but I love The Rise of Skywalker. It's what the fans needed at the time, I think, to save the franchise. It was a nod to the OG Star Wars fans, because it proved with the Solo movie and with Mandalorian was pretty good, but it definitely proved it with the Solo movie that the majority of people going to see that film multiple times were the Star Wars community. And after that disaster of a second film, a lot of fans boycotted it. I did. I didn't go and watch Solo in the cinema. I didn't think we needed Solo. What was the point? Anyway, listen, I can review all them films in a different video. But this game looks sick. So let's just, fingers crossed, we want some good worlds, we want some good ships, and we want hopefully a decent story mode as well, where you can just go out there and get to know the squadron when they're not in your party, you know? Anyway, let me know what you thought. Good, bad, indifferent. Let me know if you've played Rogue Squadron or Rogue Leader, what you think of Battlefront, anything Star Wars, just mention it. Hit me up, I'll reply. So, and if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe. Smash the watermark down there. That will take you straight to a subscribe button. One click with your thumb, job done. Every subscriber counts, and I've been blown away with the support I've had so far. And I just wanted to say thank you, and please, please, please keep going. Okay, thank you very much, guys, and here's to 1 million subscribers.